What's up, Jaguar Nation? Mr. Crowder here again for Wednesday, November 11th, 2020. This is Veterans Day, so make sure to celebrate veterans, anybody that served in our armed forces. It's important that we honor them and that we let them know we thank them for their service. Kind of a big deal. Anyway, back to the Diary of Anne Frank, because that's all we're talking about. I'm going to read a couple selections from the end of Act 1, Scene 2. So I'm going to read Mr. Frank talking to Anne, and then I'm going to read something from Anne's diary. So if you want to follow along, this is on 113, paragraph 139, and this is Mr. Frank speaking. And I'm going to read this directly, and he's talking to Anne. It'll be hard, I know, but always remember this, Annika, which is a pet name for Anne. There are no walls, there are no bolts, no locks that anyone can put on your mind. Meep will bring us books. We will read history, poetry, mythology. Here's your milk. As a matter of fact, between us, Anne, being here has certain advantages for you. For instance, you remember the battle you had with your mother the other day on the subject of overshoes. You said you'd rather die than wear overshoes, but in the end you had to wear them. Well now, you see, for as long as we are here, you will never have to wear overshoes. Isn't that good? And the coat that you inherited from Margot, you won't have to wear that anymore. And the piano, you won't have to practice on the piano. I tell you, this is going to be a fine life for you. And what that does is that relieves some of Anne's panic. Anne is certainly anxious and nervous about being in hiding. How are they going to handle this? And so as Anne starts to settle down from her panic, she writes in her diary, and this is what she writes. I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding, but I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to go outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the nights that frightens me most. Every time I hear a creak in the house or a step on the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that Meep and Mr. Kraler are down there below us in the office. Our protectors, we call them. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out they were hiding us. Pim, or him, said that they would suffer the same fate that we would. Imagine, they know this, and yet when they come up here, they're always cheerful and gay as if there were nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, the 21st of August, 1942. Today, I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. The weather is blah, 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 and she just trails off. So we have Anne's father trying to give her some insight and to pump her up, really, to make her understand or try to feel like, hey, being in hiding is not going to be so bad. And then we have Anne writing in her diary that, like, she doesn't really know what to think about being in hiding. Like, she doesn't know how to experience it. You know, it kind of troubles her. She's thinking about how is this all going to go? And then she's so grateful for the people that are hiding her that now she understands that if they get caught, the people that are hiding them get caught, and they get caught, they're all going to die. Like, that's literally what's going to happen. So, like, the bravery that they see in adding that is really remarkable. So for your assignment today, I have a Google form for you to fill out. And what I want you to do is I want you to write out, using a couple of vocabulary words, describing how Anne's father feels. And then a separate question is, how does Anne feel? Again, this is more of a reflection than a summary. I'm not looking for a summary. I'm looking for your interpretation based on what I just read from Mr. Frank, Anne's dad, and from Anne herself. What are they feeling right in this section of the book? And I'll have further instructions in the Google form. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you later.